Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about gearing and differentials. So before we get started today, I wanted to show you this actually today. So my wife and I were cleaning up our backyard, right? And we're pulling up all this old yard stuff, and it's a task. And we uncovered this old Hot Wheels car from 1979, and hopefully this isn't too blurry. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. And it is as best as I can tell, I believe it's a 1967 Corvette Stingray. And it's just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to see that. Wanted to share a new find. So let's start with explaining the function of the car's transmission and the differential. Now the transmission is a box full of gears that help your vehicle accelerate. The gears inside the transmission are measured using ratios, and these ratios can be adjusted in Forza. Now let's talk about the differential. Now the differential was invented in 1876 by a man named James Starley, but wasn't used into a car until 1885 by Carl Benz. And yeah, that's the same guy from Mercedes-Benz. Differentials were designed to help mitigate a problem when turning the vehicle's wheels. When your vehicle is in a turn, the wheels on the outside of the turn are traveling a further distance than those on the inside. If you had a straight axle that connected both wheels equally, they would be forced to travel at the same speed, and therefore the tires would eventually lose grip with the road. To solve this problem, the differential was developed to help allow the wheels to both get power, however let them travel at different speeds. The differential has several gears inside of a housing that allow the left and right wheels to move at different speeds. These gears are called spider gears. The housing has a larger gear called a hypoid gear or a ring gear that sits on the side of the housing. This is meshed with what's called a pinion gear. The pinion gear is attached to your drive shaft, which connects to your transmission at the other end. Now we're going to go into Forza Horizon and show you how to tune these fields, specifically the gear ratios. So let's get started. Under the gearing tab of the tuning shop, you'll see that we have final drive at the top, and below are numbers 1 through 6. The final drive controls the gear ratio between the hypoid gear and the pinion gear in the differential, while the rest control the individual gear ratios inside the transmission. When you adjust the gear ratio lower, you'll increase your potential top speed, but you'll start to lose your acceleration. The opposite happens when you increase your gear ratios. Depending on how much horsepower and torque your car has, you will need to play around to find the best balance. I found it extremely helpful to tune while in free roam. This way, I can tune the gearing and easily exit back to free roam to test the car out. Now let's go over to the differential tab in Forza Horizon and quickly go over how we can adjust the locking points of the differential. Now with some differentials, and specifically the race differential when you go to upgrade the vehicle, allows you to choose at what point the differential will lock the left and right axles together so that the wheels are then forced to drive at the same speed regardless. Now as you can see, the setup I have originally started out at 75% for both the acceleration and deceleration fields. I've adjusted the acceleration to 60% and the deceleration to 10%. I found this to be a pretty consistent setup no matter what the vehicle is, and I definitely recommend that you all consider maybe adjusting this the same for yourself. If you are driving in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicles, these settings might come up a little bit different. Awesome, guys. So look, there was not a whole lot of information to really go over, but I hope that this really shows you a little bit more about how the differential works inside of your car. In the next episode, we're going to be going over the alignment tab in Forza Horizon and show you how to really change the geometry of the wheels. So thanks for coming to the channel. Remember to like and subscribe, and make sure to bring some comments to the table. We want to see what you guys have to say. Thanks again. Bye for now.